Hello, YouTube. This is Interactive Generous Trivia, YouTube episode number 123. So, yeah, hope we're ready for a good night here. Just getting one last thing ready here, and then we'll rock and roll. If you're here, give me a big brain emoji. Let me know that you're here. And, yeah, let's get rocking and rolling. Here we go. One last thing, actually. There we go. Hello there, Karma and Brady. Nice to see you guys. Michelle, if you could give it an upvote, thumbs up, that'd be appreciated too. All right, let's get going. What did the Daily Show 2000, the Daily Show's 2000 election special, call the only state that votes au gratin? Au gratin? Au gratin. It's French. I should know better, but anyways, I think you know what I'm trying to say. What did the Daily Show's 2000 election special call the state that votes au gratin? Karma and Risa thinking Florida. Here fan chiming in. Brady and Michelle. It is not Florida. I kind of thought that too, but you got to focus more on au gratin and where that would be used. Not Louisiana, but that's kind of getting the idea. No, it's not Louisiana. What is au gratin used with? Still not Louisiana. What do you make au gratin? Just tell me what you make with au gratin, and then you'll have an idea what the answer is. There we go. Karma and Risa finally come up with it. Idaho. Hey there, Groundhog. No, not Ohio. Idaho, because it's a potato thing, right? And Idaho is known for potatoes. All righty. Who burst onto the music scene in 1994 with the declaration, Soy un perdido? Soy un perdido. What does that mean? I am a, what's perdito? Perito is a dog, right? A small dog. Yes, who is that? Beck is correct. Risa gets it right. I'm a loser baby. Interesting. Fuggerbunt, it was in fact potatoes, but we're on to the next question. All righty. So Beck was the answer. All right. What TV anchor curiously chose to mention that Geraldine Ferraro was a size 6 when she rose to speak at the 1984 Democratic Convention? That's a little unnecessary. It's like was rotund, and I was not thinking of the boss that I just saw on the news all over the place. He was not rotund, so I made a mistake there. It wasn't Barbara Walters. It's not Geraldo Rivera. Not sure who Wallace or it's not Bill O'Reilly. It's a bit more common. CBS. I think he's at CBS, if I'm not right, and if I'm not mistaken. What's Wallace's first name? I can't think of that. No, okay, so NBC? It's not Dan Rather. Let's go with NBC. Mike Wallace? Oh, yes. You're right here, fan. Good old Mike Wallace. How could I forget that? Anybody else? No, it's not Mike Wallace. What TV anchor curiously chose to mention that Geraldine Ferraro was a size 6 when she rose to speak at the 1984 Democratic Convention? No, not Walter Cronkite. I'm pretty sure NBC. Hey there, old man's belt. No, not Bob Costas. Hey there, Sean. Where did you come from? Is that a new username or no, you're probably new. Where did you come from, Sean? Did you come from Reddit? Eventbrite? Oh, maybe Eventbrite. Did I see you in Eventbrite or YouTube? His initials are TB. TB. Come from Seattle, but how did you find out about Generous Trivia? Reddit, Eventbrite, or YouTube? Those are kind of the three. Eventbrite. There, I thought I recognized your name. Well, welcome. Glad you're hanging around. TV. Karma gets it right with Tom Brokaw, as well as Old Man's Belt and Groundhog. Getting it right. Tom Brokaw. All right. What Japanese city hosted the historic 1997 World Summit on Global Warming? That's back when they used to call it global warming instead of climate change. No, it was not Sean, but Risa, Karma, and Here Fan all getting it right. Anybody on Reddit want to give it a whirl? No, not Nagasaki. It's not the Nagasaki Accord. It's the Kyoto Accord. Kyoto is correct. Reset Karma and Hirfan all getting Kyoto, which is actually not too far. Letter-wise, you could spell Tokyo with Kyoto. Here we go. I just watched Silence. What was the old name of Tokyo? There's my own. What was the old name for Tokyo? Anybody know that? Because it was in the movie. Anybody know? Anybody? Is it too hard? No, it was not Nippon. That's for Japan. What was the old name for Tokyo? Yeah, Nippon is Japan. Anybody? The old name for Tokyo was... There we go. Sean gets it. Edo. Edo is correct. Edo was the former name of Tokyo. It would be better if this was elementary trivia. It's not too bad there, Groundhog. I think it's middle of the road. All right, next question. How many dozen colored circles appear on a twister mat? That's kind of a silly way to phrase it, but anyways, how many dozen colored circles appear on a twister mat? Yeah, I don't know their exact reason here, fan, for changing it. So here, fan 1, Risa 2, Karma 3, Brady thinking it's 1. Does anybody want to guess? Regaunha 3. In fact, it was 2 dozen, 24 circles on your average, or on your twister mat, not your average, on a twister mat, on an official twister mat. What U.S. agency wrote to a deceased citizen in 1992 asking, please provide your date of death? Really? Really? Here, fan, a half dozen. No, there's a few more circles than a half dozen. Yes, Risa got the 2 dozen. Yes, Risa. And here, fan, Voltaman. Yes, it was 2. Old Man's Belt and Groundhog all getting the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. Yes, that's what it stands for. All righty. Here we go. This is the first generous point. Small group. So first one to this is the first one anyway. So first one to answer gets the generous point. If you're on Reddit and want to earn points that can win you money, you got to go to YouTube, look up Generous Trivia, and join us there. Alrighty, Sean, this is your first one. First one to get it gets the point and gets a chance to win it on Thursday, every Thursday in December, except for maybe the last one. What volcano do Italy's disaster planners consider to be an apocalypse waiting to happen? Anybody know? There we go. Karma. Getting the first point. Michelle going with the rather all-encompassing Mount. No, it is Vesuvius. Mount Vesuvius. We are going to have another Pompeii if they don't watch it. Anyways, if you've never seen Pompeii, it's my only regret in Pompeii is we didn't spend enough time there. Taxi was waiting for us, so we limited our time. We should have paid the taxi driver a little longer to wait. So yes, here we go. What actress played the wealthy perennial virgin on Beverly Hills 90210? So Old Man's Belt got it right. Voltamin, I'm not sure if it's active, but it's definitely not inactive. And always has a chance that it could erupt again. That's why it's a concern. But it's not a highly active volcano. There you go. No, Carbo, we were just being cheap. We didn't want him to wait another hour and have to pay for his waiting time, as it were. It was a bit of a mistake on our part. Yes, Tori Spelling, here fan, Risa, and Carol getting it right, as well as Old Man's Belt. The other thing we found out the volcano we saw this summer, mid-August in Iceland, ceased to be erupting mid-September. So we got in 1 month before the show was over. So that was kind of cool. That was actually pretty awesome. It was a highlight of our trip. Anyways, what founding father invented a carriage odometer and used it to lay out the original mile markers on the old Boston Post Road? Really? A carriage odometer. Yes, Karma and Risa getting it. Anybody on Reddit want to give it a whirl? Yes, Old Man's Belt getting it here, fan. Yes, it is Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. He was a clever one, that Benjamin Franklin. What system of measurement did the U.S. officially recognize in 1866? Interesting. Muddy Boots. How you doing, Muddy Boots? There we go. Carmine and Joga coming up with the right answer. Anybody on Reddit want to give it a whirl? What system of measurement did the U.S. officially recognize in 1866? It was, in fact, the metric system. Guys, if you could give it an upvote, Reddit. I got 3 upvotes, 1 downvote. We could get a few more people here with a few more upvotes. So be kind. Don't rewind. No, be kind. Or do rewind. No. Alrighty. What's the back boundaries? Yes, they recognize but don't use it, except for a small section of road. Is it in Arizona that they have metric system set up? Anyways, what's the back boundary line in tennis called? Anybody know? What's the back boundary in tennis called? Yes, the ball beyond it is called out. No, it's not called outside fault. What's the back boundary line in tennis called? There we go. Sean is correct. It's called the baseline. The baseline. The firing line. No, it is the baseline. All right. What symbol got its name from an old English alphabet recitation that ended and per se and? I basically give you the whole. Yepper, where did you come from? Nice to meet you. We have some new folk here. There we go. Rise here, Fan and Karma, all getting the ampersand, as well as Muddy Boots and Old Man's Belt. A few people just typing in the ampersand. Then Joga, I'm not repeating it. There we go. Then Joga's adding in to the ampersand parade. All righty. What name do Britons pronounce Fanshawe? What name do Britons pronounce Fanshawe? Is it Faltonstall, Farnsworth, or Featherstone Ha? Did that make sense? There we go. Karma, Denjoga. If it was for a generous point, wouldn't get it, but I'll give it to you here. As well as Risa. Yes. No, not answer. It was Featherstone, Haugh. Is that ha? Laugh? Ha? I don't know. Anyways, it is the last one. They just say Fanshawe. Featherstone. Is that ha? Yeah, like Shaw, probably. It's probably ha because of Shaw. Anyways, what 1986 Ramones song lampooned President Reagan's visit to a Nazi cemetery? Ha. Yeah. The English don't speak English. Wow. Thanks, Reddit, for the 5 upvotes and 2 downvotes. I'm not getting the love. Reddit. I haven't been on the front page of Reddit in a long time. The Casbar? No. I want to be sedated? No. Denjoga is partway there. No, it's not Blitz. 1985 Ramones song lampoon President Reagan Nazi cemetery. There we go. Sean gets it with Zo goes to Pittsburgh or Bitburg. You're close enough there, Sean. It's actually Bitburg, but Pittsburgh. Kind of like Pittsburgh. No, Bitburg. All right. What giant British structure failure to attract huge crowds earned the nickname the Comet Kahutek of Millennium Projects? No, not Big Ben. London Eye is actually a good guess, but apparently was worse. This was worse than the London Eye. I've been to a few times. The Millennium Wheel, same as the London Eye. I've been to the UK at post 2000 a few times. We have not gone on the London Eye yet. Not saying that we won't, but anybody know Angel of the North? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure. The Bullet Building? Nope. It might be that Risa, but I'm not sure. No, it's not the Millennium Bridge. I have been on the Millennium Bridge. It's all right. It's a walkway. We met a friendly British dude on there. Nobody knows. No, not Windsor Castle. That wasn't a 2000 project. That was much before then. No, it's not the Shard. Let me try one more time. What giant, the focus should be on the word giant, British structure, failure to attract huge crowds, earned it the nickname the Comet Kahutek of Millennium Projects? This one's big. Holds lots of people. Like tens of thousands of people. Is that enough, big enough hint for you? And if tens of thousands of people don't come, then it's not worth it. No, not the McDonald's. There we go. Risa gets it. The Millennium Dome. Yes. Millennium Dome is correct. What recording technology first began to outsell vinyl records in 1985? 1985. Think about that. Don't jump to conclusions. I knew you would. Karma, Hirfan, and Risa all jumping to conclusions. Then Joga and Yepper 76 getting it right with cassette tapes. There we go. Muddy Boots getting cassette tapes as well. And Old Man's Belt. Yes. Took a little bit longer for CDs to make the jump. But I'm sure it wasn't long after. All right. How many of the 2 exorcisms performed by the future Pope John Paul II were deemed successful? What was he batting? 8-track, Brady. Yes, the old 8-track. Old Man's Belt being very pessimistic as Hirfan, Reset, and Karma thinking 2, as well as Denjoga. Michelle thinking 0 as well. Nobody taking the middle ground. And Muddy Poo going off the board with 100 out of 2. And Hirfan finally changing his answer. And yes, 1 out of 2. He got it right, or he figured it out. 1 out of 2. All right, let's keep going here. Let's give out a generous point. Oh, it's a little early, but we can still do it because it's my show. Okay, here we go. This is a big brain opportunity. Yeah, really. Who knows Denjoga and Karma? But anyways, here we go. First one to get it right. We only got, it says 5. There's more than 5 people playing, but anyways, that's all it says. First person to get it right. We won't roll yet. Here we go. Big brain this one, okay? You ready? What nation imprisoned 22 barbers for giving Leonardo DiCaprio style haircuts in 2001? Any else play? Don't answer more than once for the new people on what do you call it? On YouTube? Has everybody answered? I think so. I said don't answer more than once there, Yepper. It's all right. Yepper, you've given your second answer. Everybody else, go give a second answer. Nobody's right. It's not North Korea or Italy or China. Who's got it? Muddy Boots actually got it right. It's all right, Rapper. No problem. It's your first time playing. Just for generous points, we curb it so that somebody just doesn't rifle off 6 answers or 6 options. Anybody else want to answer? Denjoga? Okay. Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody got it. Afghanistan. The good old Taliban was not happy with Leonardo DiCaprio style haircuts. So yes, nobody gets that. All right, let me try and find another one. All right, here we go. First one to get it right. You ready? What? Okay, you ready? What third-party man claimed he was once the only sailor who didn't drink, didn't sweat, and didn't mess around with money? Why has it gotten suddenly very quiet? It is, in fact, Ross Perot. The third time, Ross Perot has been the answer. Denjoga gets the point. Yes, it was Ross Perot. If anyone doesn't know, there's a few new people. Ross Perot is our standard. We don't know who the person is. We'll answer Ross Perot, and he's been the right answer now. This is the third time in 200 and whatever number of shows we're on. What are we on? 242 shows. Ross Perot has been the right answer all of 3 times. I think it was Risa, right, who started that. Anyways, we get I don't know, a marching band or something for Ross Perot answers. All right, let's go. Second, only slightly second, is David Hasselhoff, which was a right answer just a few shows ago for the first time. All right, I think for the first time. Here we go. What's a furfuraceous person knocking off his shoulders? It's a little bit too easy clue there, but Kermit the... Oh, yes, Karma's still waiting for Kermit the Frog. You're alone in that, Karma. Oh, we got lag going on here. Yes, Denjoga getting it right. Anybody on Reddit want to give it a whirl? Thanks for the 6 upvotes and 3 downvotes. No love on Reddit. Old Man's Belt and Muddy Boots, as well as Denjoga, gets it right with dandruff. Dandruff is correct. What stringed weapon fires a bolt? What stringed weapon fires a bolt? Al, I'm pretty sure we've had Donald Trump. I know for a fact we have. But yeah, he's more popular and more recent, and we don't have super recent questions except for the 2010 to 2020s edition that we went through. Denjoga, Karma, and Brady all getting crossbow. Yes, it's the crossbow that fires bolt. Anybody that's played like Age of Empires or something like that would know crossbows and their firing of their bolts. How many of every 6 fireworks-related injuries in the U.S. occur during the month of July? Anybody know? Yes, Al, you weren't here for a Donald Trump answer. How many of every 6 firework-related injuries in the U.S. occur in the month of July? Probably around the 4th, I would imagine. Wow, everybody thinking 5 out of 6. Based on that little logic I tried to teach you guys before, but Old Man's Belt and Hearfan get it right with 4. Bryce, where are you getting that from? 4 out of 6 happen in July, or 2 out of 3. Anyways, forget that little tidbit that I gave you. It doesn't seem to work anymore. All right. What 3 colors comprise the uniform Elian Gonzalez wears to school in Cardenas, Cuba? I think you don't need to know Elaine Gonzalez to answer this question. I don't know if they just made this up or what. There we go. Karma, I'm going to just move on. Karma gets it. Yes, red, white, and blue. Similar to the Cuban flag, right? So yes, red, white, and blue. What was the first movie to gross more than $1 billion at the box office? $1 billion. No, it wasn't Elias. It was Elian. It's got an N on the end of it. Anyways, Gonzalez. $1 billion. Bryce, who's a Cuban refugee, kind of. Bryce, Hearfan, and Yepper getting Titanic is correct. Titanic. No, it was not Avatar. It was Titanic. What former political leader did Judge Juan Guzman rule mentally fit to stand trial for his 1970s caravan of death in 2001? Yes, Risa. Yes, it was Titanic. Who is that? Cosmic Sandwiches and an old man's belt. Feel free, if you're on YouTube, to join us on Reddit for a chance to win money and less lag generally and less drops for sure. Yes, it was Pinochet. Pinochet, what's his first name? Augusto Pinochet. So Risa gets it correct. No, Pablo Escobar, he was in in Colombia. He did not stand trial in 2001. He was long gone. All righty, unless there's another Escobar you're referring to here, fam. How many folks orbited the Earth during the 1990s? Oh, that's an interesting question. How many folks orbited the Earth during the 1990s? I assume with space tourism, this number is going to be quite a bit higher. It's either 190, 290, or 390. Wow, you guys have no sense of how big these space programs are. When you given your own serving your own devices, we get as little as 0, as big as a bunch. But yeah, somebody guessed 28 is the highest. It's much higher than that. 190, 290, or 390. Ooh, old man's belt doing a very cynical answer. That was in the 80s anyways. That attempted a joke. Yeah, everybody thinking conservative, 290 and 190. In fact, it was 390. Those programs are big. Going to the space station every year. Let's do the math. Every year, there's probably 4 crews of 7. That's 28. Times 10 is 290. Plus people going up in the shuttle, never going to the space station. There's another, probably, I don't know, 20 a year. So yeah. So 3, yeah, shuttle missions would count. That's why it's 390. When you're in the shuttle, you're orbiting the Earth. Alrighty. What birthday turns a filly into a mare? What birthday turns a filly into a mare? Yes, exactly, Denjoga. 390 a year. Thank you for doing the math. Yes, everybody thinking 3 as I was. I think 3 is when they become a filly, but it's not when they turn into a mare. A mare is later than that. It's not 2 or 3. It's not even 4, old man's belt. It's definitely not 2, Ant Slayer. There we go. Here, fan Risa and Dinjoga. Yeah, 5th birthday is when they get called a mare. What nation had a murder rate 4 times that of the U.S. in 2000? Russia, France, or Laos? Laos, no Laos. What nation had a murder rate 4 times that of the U.S. in 2000? Russia, France, or Laos? Yes, Karma, Bryce, and Risa getting it right with Russia. Russia. Is that still? I mean, it's 10 years after the fall, but it's probably still had to do with a bit of the Wild West out there. Anyways. What Asian country was the site of the 20th century 3 deadliest earthquakes? What Asian country was the site of the 20th century's 3 deadliest earthquakes? We've got Indonesia, Japan, and Turkey as all options. Having lived in Turkey, it's not a bad answer, but none of those are correct. Surprisingly, I was thinking maybe Indonesia, but I mean, the tsunami one happened in the 2000s, so wasn't 20th century. And plus, a lot of the deadly part of that was the tsunami, wasn't the actual. So it's not Thailand or Malaysia. Well, now we're guessing outside of Asia. It's still, so it can't be Haiti, India, or Philippines. Nope. Think big, populous Asian country. As just a small hint. I don't know. Just giving you a little help there. There we go. Risa, Karma, and Yepper. Yepper getting my little hint and coming up with China. China. I guess we don't hear as much. I mean, 20th century, they could have happened in the 1920s. And obviously, most of us, if not all of us, would not have been born by then. So, yeah. Anyways, what cable network aired a show called Andy Warhol's 15 Minutes? Andy Warhol's 15 Minutes. Old Man felt, yes, getting China as well. Yes, Karma and Yepper getting it. Anybody on is, in fact, MTV. MTV is correct. What Southern general asked his daughter, Mildred, to send him his cat for company at the front during the Mexican War? The good old Mexican War. No, it wasn't C-SPAN or TNT. It was MTV. Alrighty, Jessica. No, it wasn't Jackson. Yes, Denjoga. Getting it right with Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee is correct. Wow. Alrighty, I'll do another. What? How many people are actually on here? Why does it show? 10 of you. Why is it showing 5? Anyways, good old YouTube. Playing with the numbers once again. Alrighty. This is for a generous point. First person to get it gets the point. Karma and Denjoga getting the first 2 points of the night. Here's the third one. What fossilized resin did the Greeks and Romans use in jewelry? Jessica, it's more of a historical question. Denjoga. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, even though it says 7, it's up to 7. Maybe I need to roll the dice again. Those fast answers, getting the points. Denjoga gets it. Not that I'm upset that Denjoga got it, but yes, usually speed related or quick answer type question. Denjoga and Karma tend to take it. So Denjoga's got 2 tonight, and Karma's got the other. Old Man's Belt also getting Amber. Okay. What Yankees great, according to Dave Letterman, called Al Gore and told him it's over? Yeah, no, I've got Denjoga, Karma, and Risa in that order. Karma. Yeah, Jessica, it is a bit of a fastest finger. I know. I'll roll for the next one. Yes, Michelle. Coming up with Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra is correct. Too bad that wasn't the generous point question, eh? There, Michelle. I should probably choose something in between. I knew Amber was a pretty easy question, but anyways, after refresh, Karma sees I'm not lying. I don't make this stuff up. No, not Dom Mattingly. There, Ann Slayer. All right. What nation imported the most U.S. frog legs in 2000? Australia, Estonia, or France? I've both eaten frog legs, and I've been to this country and quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Was one of our more ones we enjoyed a little bit more than some others. Yes, Jessica coming up with Estonia. Estonia likes their frog legs, or at least don't have access to it, and like American frog legs. Anyways, what TV show cast Joel and the bots loose on the satellite of love? Anybody know? What TV show cast Joel and the bots loose on the satellite of love? Michelle, my voice text to text is failing you. Why? You didn't say France there, Michelle? You said Estonia, and it came out Joel and the boys and the bots. It's the bots. This was an answer just in the last few days. Could have been a 12. I don't think so. What TV Joel and the bots loose on the satellite of love? The totally made up show. There we go. Old Man's Bell. I think you got it right the last time too. Was that a 12 o'clock show? I think it might have been a 12 o'clock show. Old Man's Bell gets it with Mystery Science Theater 3000. Never heard of it, never seen it until I heard it like within the last week. Alrighty. What Dallas department store introduced Metallica perfume, much to the displeasure of a rock group with the same name? I've never heard of this department store, so it must be a Dallas thing. 8 up votes, 9 down votes on Reddit. Not feeling the love. Net 4 on Reddit. No wonder we're not getting to the front page. Denards. No, it's not Denards. It's not Sears. It has to be local to Dallas. I've never heard of this store before, so don't be answering Walmart or something. It's not going to be like that. It's something a bit more obscure. Cowpokes? I don't know. It's probably a bit. I don't know if Cowpokes. No, it's not Sephora. I'm just going to give the answer. It's just Harvey Oswald. Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus. Never heard of it. All right. What computer operating system was concocted by Linus, I think his name is, Linus Torvalds? Good old Linus Torvalds. Yes. Karma seems to know what Neiman Marcus is. It's upscale. Risa, Denjoga, and Brian, nice to see you. All getting Linux. Yes, good old Linux. Thanks, Linus Torvalds, for creating Linux. The good free option if you're geeky enough to run. Alrighty. What Verdi opera shored up its cast with 21 prison inmates for a production in Cincinnati? Interesting. Neiman Marcus. Isn't that what I'm saying? Or are I saying Nyman? Yes, Neiman Marcus. Neiman. I got it. An upscale department store. We're moving on. What Verdi opera shored up its cast with 21 prison inmates for a production in Cincinnati? No, it's not Chicago or Shawshank Redemption. Needless markup. Oh, there you go. Yes, Karma coming up with it. Yes, Comic came up with Linux. Yes, Aida. Aida is correct. Alrighty. What are we doing here? What Scottish city is nicknamed Auld Reekie, often translated as Old Smoky? Old Smoky. Yes, Karma. Getting it right with Edinburgh. Edinburgh is correct. What Shakespearean play features Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. We're getting to the end, guys. Only this many cards left till we get to the next one. Yes, it was Edinburgh, Old Man's Belt. What Shakespeare play features Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Cosmic Sandwiches? Yes, it was. That is correct. Karma getting it right with Hamlet as well as Old Man's Belt. All right. What did U.S. teens admire the most in a 1986 poll? Who, not what. Who did U.S. teens admire the most in a 1986 poll? Bill Cosby, Sylvester Stallone, or Ronald Reagan? How'd this all work out for those three? Here, fan, we're going to choose an... you're on YouTube. See, over my shoulder there's a few games. I've got a big box actually in the same office. Yeah, we got lots of options here. So we got Stallone, Reagan, and Cosby. And it is, in fact, Bill Cosby is correct. Ooh, wrong choice. Bill Cosby. All right. What dry wind blows down the eastern slopes of the Rockies? Well known in Calgary. Yes, Denjoga. No, it's not called Santa Ana's or El Nino. Risa knows, having probably never enjoyed one herself. I've never actually had that. But yes, they're known as Chinook. Chinook. Again, Calgary is famous for having, -10 one morning, and by the afternoon it could be, this is Celsius. Whatever that is, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and have like 45 degrees Fahrenheit a little later in the day. So, yes. Alrighty, and next question. The old Chinook. What Lone Star State hero is honored by a 66-foot-tall statue outside Huntsville, Texas? Huntsville, Texas. Oh, Brady, have you enjoyed a Chinook in your lifetime? Or 2, or 3? Oh, Cosmic giving me the some sort of a Kelvin reading there. Brian gets it right with Sam Houston. Sam Houston is correct, not Austin. Houston. All righty. Let's give away another point. Let's see here. I'm trying to find something that's a little bit... All right, here we go. Here's a science question. Not quite a popular, but yes, it was Sam Houston. It sounds like Reddit's getting really far behind. Guys on Reddit, go to YouTube, look up Generous Trivia. I could use a few more subscribers. You seem like you're really behind at this point. What I find on Reddit, the longer the show goes, the more and more it seems to get behind. So anyways, here we go. Here's a science question. This is for a generous point. First person to... I'll roll. I think there's enough of you. I'm going to roll. If it's what do you call it? If it's a 4, I'm going to make it a 1. Here we go. Okay, here we go. What's Reddit, they're saying come on over, they don't bite. So there we go. What's the change of state from gas to liquid called? Oh, there we go. Then Joga. Oh, there, I got it in focus. First crack. Yes, it was a number 1. Then the 3 points tonight. Even with the Benjoga 3 and Karma 1 tonight. All righty. We'll give away at least one more. Maybe 2. Who knows? We'll see. All right. Oh, not done that card. What Mount Rushmore president got sandwiched between Jefferson and Lincoln? I've actually got... Oops. Good old stale pop. Well, that's unfortunate. Karma. Trooper and Al all getting Roosevelt. Roosevelt is correct. Who appeared in over 30 Alfred Hitchcock films? Anybody know? Who appeared in over 30 Alfred Hitchcock films? Yes, Old Man's Belt. It was Roosevelt. Jessica. Yes, Jessica and Brian and Risa all getting Alfred Hitchcock is correct. What Irish rocker lobbied Jesse Helms to back Bill Clinton's plan for easing the debts of impoverished nations? Good guy. Karma, Denjoga, and Hirfan all getting Bono. Yes, it is Hitchcock there, Old Man's. Yes, good old Bono. Doing the good thing. Old Man's Belt getting Bono as well. What word? Man, what's with Reddit tonight? 8 up votes. Thanks, guys. 5 down votes. Is it the Maple Leaf? Is it the disdain for the Maple Leaf? Anyways, here we go. What word did Emerald Lagasse say he began yelling to give a dozing cameraman a jolt? Do we know who Emerald Lagasse is? There we go. Kirfan, Risa, and Brian all getting it right with BAM! I don't think fire would be a good one. That could cause panic. Good old BAM is correct. Alrighty. What country was known as Upper Peru until freed from Spanish rule in 1825? Upper Peru. It was BAM, Old Man's Belt. And there we go. We've got Ecuador, Venezuela, and Colombia. So if you're from Canada, you know that Upper Canada and Lower Canada had to do with not north and south, but more to do with the way the river flowed. And the river flow on the St. Lawrence goes from the Atlantic. So Upper Canada was actually towards the Great Lakes, which is actually lower geographically if you're going by north-south. So with all that in mind, what do we think Upper Peru would be in comparison? So now we've got answers of Colombia, Ecuador, Colombia, Uruguay, Brazil, and all of those are still incorrect. You've got to go on a bit of an angle. Think about how the the Amazon goes. The Amazon River. It's not Brazil or Argentina or Chile. Next question. There's only 13 states in all of South America. It's not Paraguay or Brazil. Brady's wanting to move on. We're going to be here until somebody gets it. He wasn't left. There we go. Trooper 27. Bolivia. Bolivia is where we're at. All righty. Next question. What TV family lived at 10 Stigwood Avenue in Brooklyn? There seems to be a little affinity for this. Llamas. Yes. Let me try this again because people aren't quite getting it. What TV family lived at 10 Stigwood Avenue in Brooklyn? TV family. It's kind of funny given the name of the show. I just realized that. TV family. Yeah, he's pretty high on himself when you think about it. Anybody got, there we go. Danjoga coming. Yeah, I just realized the Cosby Show is about the Huxtables. It's not, I mean, it's got Bill Cosby, but man, he was a little high on himself, wasn't he? Alrighty. Yes, the Huxtables. What Southern U.S. Senator's fundraising mailer accused grade schools of teaching cannibalism and wife swapping? Anybody know? No, not Perot. Was Perot ever a senator? I don't know. Don't know U.S. politics well enough. Graham? No. No, not. His initials are JH. JH. What Southern U.S. Senator's fundraising mailer accused grade schools of teaching cannibalism and wife swapping? JH, not John Houston. There we go. Karma gets it right with Jesse Helms. Jesse Helms. Was that Florida? I don't know. Jesse Helms. All right. What plant is revered by the lovers of the stinky rose? Lovers of the stinky rose. Not Jonah Hill. It was Jesse Rams. Or not Helms, not Rams. Jesse Helms. Karma and Jessica getting garlic. Good old garlic. What Cartoon Network kindergartners reluctantly rooted the renegade Rowdy Rough Boys? Oh, rooted, like rooted on, I think. What Cartoon Network kindergartners reluctantly rooted the renegade Rowdy Rough Boys? No, it's not Nickelodeon. It's the name of the kid. It's not Dog Patrol. I'll say it again. What Cartoon Network kindergartners, so they're from kindergarten, reluctantly rooted, like cheered on, so reluctantly, they didn't want to, the renegade, so they're not quite, good guys, Rowdy Rough Boys. There we go. After all of that, Brian and Blue Storm get it right with Powerpuff Girls. The good old Powerpuff Girls. Alrighty, guys. I think this is going to be the final 6. Yeah, it's been a good show. Only one person, and they got 10 points. So every generous question is worth 1 point this time. I know last month it was more, but 1 point. But if you invite somebody and they come and join us here on YouTube and they say, so-and-so sent me, that person gets 10 points. Now, don't use fake names and stuff like that, or just make it legit, okay? The person who did it actually didn't even realize she was getting 10 points. So do that. Send some people that haven't played before, and let's expand the base. Here we go. What two countries, you're going to love this, Brady. What two countries on the South American continent don't border Brazil? Don't border Brazil. Interesting. Thank you, Karma. We got 9 up votes and 5 down votes. Brady going to grab a map. So far, nobody's got it. What 2 countries on the South American continent don't border Brazil? So yeah, no, nobody's got it thus far. One of them seems to be obvious. You guys keep mentioning it. The other one is not as obvious, but still obvious. Nope, yepper. There we go. Here Fang gets it with Chile and Ecuador. Ecuador is kind of like sandwiched there, and Chile, is up against Argentina. So, yes, Chile and Ecuador are correct. What sitcom star proposed vomit sympathy cards, which would bear the inscriptions "You wear it well" and "Next time, lunch is on me"? Oh, silly. Yes, then Joga and Jessica get Jerry Seinfeld. Yes. Old Man's Belt. Nicaragua is not in South America, but Chile is. So you got half of it right. Yes, Jerry Seinfeld is correct. Who was the first president to appear on TV's Meet the Press? Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, or Ronald Reagan? Meet the Press. It was, in fact, Gerald Ford. Jessica, here, Fan, and Karma getting Gerald Ford. This is true. Alrighty. What N word, the conclusions, stands for 1/1000th of a meter? 1/1000th of a meter. Giving you a little hint with the N word. Yes, Karma and Brian and Yepper all getting nanometer. Alrighty, a bit of lag. Alrighty, we ready? What nation held the first known parachuting contest in 1930? China, the Soviet Union, or the United States? A neater. No, it's not a neater there. No more lag. A lot of people thinking it would be the US, but in fact, it was the Soviet Union. Jessica and Brian is correct with the Soviet Union. They're more into those military exercises, I think, a bit more in terms of making it a competition too, right? So it was the Soviet Union. All righty. Here we go. Last one. I will roll. No, I'm not going to roll. This could be a hard question, could be an easy one, so I don't want to be waiting here for. Alrighty, guys, this is all that's left. This is what I did today, so it's probably about 3 more shows at most. Alrighty, then we're gonna go from In Pursuit to something else, probably older than 2001, but I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, a bad night for. Oh, it's all right. Unless your name was Denjoga or Karma, it was a bad night. So. Anybody left playing? No, Old Man's Belt. There's 7 viewing, but you're the only one playing. Alrighty, Old Man's Belt. Thanks for hanging out on Reddit and being our soldier there. And yeah, thanks guys for hanging out on YouTube. Tell all your friends, get some new people here, and let's raise the subscriber count as well as the hour count. I gotta put more current questions. Well, we'll see. I don't know, Jessica. If you go, I mean, Other than the 2010 one that to 2020 that Gent Joga got, I guess I could try and get some Old Man's Belt. You're being asked to come over. I could try some online stuff, but I don't know. You can do old Jeopardy questions that maybe if they're a year or two old, they're a bit more current. But anyways, Jumbo Joe, hey, go Leafs go. I agree. Alrighty. Danger. Oh, the one that you got. Why? Because it had all the meme. It had one question. The very bottom question was always kind of a meme related question, right? So, anyways, I could go old Jeopardy questions. We'll try it. Maybe I'll try it I'll try it on Wednesday, Jessica, at noon, just to see how it goes. Yeah, the 2010 to 2020. That's what I've been using for the noon ones, Stinjoga. Anyways, alrighty, guys, we'll try. More recent questions. The thing is, when you go to the Salvation Army to look for games, they don't have like games that came out in the last 2 years generally. So yeah, Brady, I agree. There's a lot of 2000. Anyways, here we go. For a generous point, no roll. That's the point. Here we go. What M word for play intoxicated has been around since the 17th century? Oh, of course there was lag. What M word for pleasantly intoxicated has been around since the 17th century? Oh. I gotta get another question because I don't know who heard what. Tell me when the lag's fine. I'm going to another question, Brady, because no, we're going to a new question because I don't know who heard what when. So, hey, Scrumpy, I'm just about finished here, but thanks for joining. If you want more, go to YouTube, look up Generous Trivia, subscribe there, and you'll be ready. 10 p.m. Eastern every night. I do this. So here we go. It was Mellow. Mellow was the answer. Okay, here we go. All righty. Are we ready for the final question, which is, who was already in jail for driving without a license when he became a suspect in Oklahoma? I've cut off. Oh, shoot. Your answers aren't showing up and she gets the right one. I just noticed. Anyways, Risa, for saying your answer, you got it to show up that time. Yes, Risa. You are correct. It was Timothy McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh. Interesting. Don't know. Anyways, you got the point. Yay, Risa. Alrighty, guys. Have a good night. Do invite, if you can think of creative ways, I don't know, r/trivia, r/quiz, go on there. I don't want to be hawking my own stuff all the time. And you can get more people to come and say, hey, Risa sent me, or whatever. Denjoga or Karma or whoever. You'll get points, and that'll be awesome. We'll get more people showing up. So anyways, if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Thanks, guys, from Reddit. Thanks, YouTube. Have a good night. We will see you 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. See ya. Bye now.